Assalamu alaikum and hi guys. Here is Usama Tahir from Learn English with Usama Tahir. Have a good Sunday and don't forget to subscribe. Today our topic is we have started learning the figures of speech and here is our second part of it. So let's define it. What is connotation? The secondary or implied meaning of a word which has strong connection to the society and culture. Such meaning of words do not exist in dictionaries. I mean the meanings or the semantics of words rather than the dictionary meanings is called connotation. It depends on the culture and the society you are living in and the norms and the values which associates different meanings to different words and emotions to different words. I mean in dictionaries the words has literal meanings but their background meanings or the emotions they invoke in the mind or heart of the reader is totally depending on the society and culture in which it is used. Connotation refers to a meaning that is implied by a word apart from the thing which it describes explicitly. These are implied meanings, these are indirect meanings, these are hidden meanings rather than open or revealed meanings or the dictionary meanings. Words carry cultural and emotional associations or meanings in addition to their literal meanings or denotations. Denotation means the literary meaning or the dictionary meaning of the word. Okay, connotation is quite complicated and you need to stay here to understand and don't worry, stay calm. There are different examples of connotation. For example, dog. The dictionary meaning of dog is an animal, but its connotative meaning is dog for shamelessness. Okay, dove is a bird, but we use it for kindness, politician for wickedness, chicken for coward, chair for power, lion for bravery or brave person, tiger for fast, childish for immature person who has grown up but still remains immature. We say you are just a childish. So let's continue it. Home for comfortable place. I mean, home is the dictionary meaning of home is just a building of concrete, but its connotative meaning is a comfortable place, your comfort zone, something like that. Addiction for not being able to control yourself for something. Okay, addiction. The word shows negative emotions. Chick for female. Okay, these were few examples, so let's use them in sentences. I mean using them in sentences will enhance your knowledge and will eradicate all of the ambiguities in your mind. For example, he's such a dog. Okay, you understand the meaning here. Dog is not used as an animal but used as someone who's shameless or someone who's not good. That woman is dove at heart. I mean that woman is gentle, kind, etc. What do you expect from him? He is a politician. Here, politician shows wickedness. Someone who can't be honest. Alas, he was a chicken last night when some boys came to tease us. He was a chicken last night, I mean, he was a coward. He is lying. It is a simile at the same time. Okay, so your next one is you're childish. Here someone who is immature. I feel like home whenever I visit Paris. I feel like home whenever I visit Paris. I mean I feel comfortable. Where are the chicks? I mean where are the girls? And it shows negative meaning. I mean where are the that type of girls. He is addicted to his work. He is absorbed in his work. Here you are seeing there are two sentences but they show one shows negative and one shows the positive meaning. He is addicted to his work. It shows negativity that he is not fulfilling his responsibilities towards his family or this and that, and he is absorbed in his work. I mean he is absorbed and he is dedicated to his work. So both shows different meanings but their dictionary meanings are different. Next is why do we need to learn them? Okay, I mean I'm teaching you, you're giving me your time, I'm taking time to make a lecture on it. Why we are learning them? I mean if we want to be an English speaker, where is the need of it? If we want to read something, where is the need of it? We are at loss if we don't integrate words with their cultural meanings or the emotions they convey. I mean knowing the literal meanings or the dictionary meanings aren't enough. They are not enough for you for the proper understanding of that word in the society in which you are going to use. Gaining dictionary knowledge of words is not enough. As I have already told you, having only dictionary knowledge of words can lead to a huge ambiguity while reading and writing. For example, if you're reading something and writer has used a connotative word or the word with the connotative intention, how would you understand it if you have only grip on the literal meanings or the dictionary meanings? Or if you want to write something and you don't have the proper understanding of the complexity of words, how would you use them? This is the problem, and this is the reason that you have to learn it. Understanding of native speakers requires connotative knowledge of words. I mean, if you want to understand properly the way native speakers use their vocabulary and the lexical items, you need to understand the society. And if you want to understand the society, and you need to learn the connotative meanings of words, because there are multiple emotions attached to one single word for different readers, writers, speakers, and listeners. So this was all today. Thank you. Keep watching my videos and don't forget to subscribe. And all I need is your support. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.